One thing I wanted to add, post Mark is, if there's anything we've figured out with this, it's that something we've all talked about on this show numerous times years ago, is that the football calendar is just too crowded, too jumbled, and too ridiculous. You could go back to, I forget what year it was, Arsenal played 70 matches because of the old antiquated replay setup in the FA Cup, where they basically played a minimum of one, if not two replays in every round of the FA Cup. They played 70 matches. And then they lost to Liverpool in, I think it was the league and the FA Cup in a span of a couple of weeks that basically took both titles away from them. So, they lost in Europe and in the FA Cup. Anyway, the point is we're going to have a late starting Premier League season, a late Champions League start, a late Europa start, and we're still going to have a September, an October, and a November break for internationals. Then we have the potential February break for teams for rest, and then the March internationals. And then you have half of Europe that they'll play over Christmas because they don't now, and the Premier League always plays over Christmas. It's catastrophic, and maybe the good thing that comes out of this is that we will have unity amongst the leagues in terms of transfer windows, match dates, match schedules, and how matches are scheduled relative to leagues and European competitions. Maybe we'll get something good out of this.
And picking up what you said there's also the Euros, the postponed Euros, which are going to happen, which theoretically are going to happen in June and into early July next year as well. So yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, this may be a chance to sort of retool the ridiculous number of games, because the financial blows that the teams and leagues have taken now might in an ironic kind of way, make at least some of the football authorities rethink let's squeeze every last buck out of this game that we can by putting on as many games as we can and playing, as year round as we can. And also, you may get some of the players and even the PFA pushing back as well, because, they try and rush this if they try and squeeze in all these games and rush players back too soon, there are going to be some career-ending injuries, and nobody wants that, but certainly the players don't want that.